Welcome to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and in today's video, we'll be breaking down some of the tweets that prove that Donald Trump just isn't the right fit for the presidency, if you didn't know already. But before we get into that, if you don't want to miss another daily video from us, just make sure you tap that subscribe button to join our notification squad. Now, without any further delay, let's get right into today's list of the top 10 savage Donald Trump tweets. In at number 10, fake news. Trump sure does love calling people fake news, so much that he probably thinks any negative press against him is fake. Much like Richard Nixon, he depends solely on the silencing of his opposition to appear greater than he is. By only reading what his own fan base thinks, it just continues his moment-to-moment confirmation bias. The tweet reads, "Any negative polls are fake news, just like the CNN, ABC, NBC polls in the election. Sorry, people want border security and extreme vetting." Now, I'm not saying all of these news organizations are perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but calling someone fake news that doesn't agree with you isn't helpful either. And to do it so outright, just baffling. In at number 9, no sign of intelligent life. Back in May of 2013, Trump was nowhere near the presidency, but he was still spouting off about just how high his IQ levels were. Trump said, "Sorry losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure, it's not your fault." I believe it was Stephen Hawking who said, "People who boast about their IQ are losers." So who are you going to trust in this matter? To me, it just shows Trump's lack of awareness and humility. I don't think spouting off that you have a high IQ is anything that people actually will take seriously. I mean, swap that with maybe blind confidence and maybe we're getting somewhere. Oh, the American way. In at number 8, the J is for joke. I also just want to say that the savage part in that title of this video is purely to move it up in the search algorithm of YouTube, so don't at me in the comments. I am in no way going to spend my time applauding him for anything. So next up, we have this lovely tweet where Trump said, "The media is so after me on women. Wow, this is a tough business. Nobody has more respect for women than Donald Trump." Nobody has more respect for women, eh? Well, how about that leaked audio from Access Hollywood, which clearly shows how little care and respect that he has for women.
Like a magnet, you just I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the do anything.
In at number 7, blatant discrimination. On November 25th, 2014, Donald Trump was making some very ignorant remarks about the sitting president Barack Obama. If you don't agree with his policies, that's one thing, but blaming it on the man's race has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Trump tweeted, "Sadly, because President Obama has done such a poor job as president, you won't see another black president for generations. By that standard, let's make sure that America never elects another old white reality TV show star with a fake tan that makes him look like he's going to a Halloween party as the annoying orange. For generations." Sorry, I forgot to add that. In at number 6, mental health. Trump likes to live moment to moment, as I said earlier, and I truly don't think that he ever even reflects on history at all. History of anything, for that matter, just to educate himself whatsoever. This tweet fully supports that he doesn't even like facing his own traumatic moments in his life that have clearly inflated his ego so much to cover his own insecurities. A secure person doesn't need to scream from a rooftop that they are the greatest at everything, nor do they gloat about the lack of therapy that they've received. On November 19th in 2012, Trump said, "It makes me feel so good to hit sleazebags back, much better than seeing a psychiatrist, which I never have." Oh, for the love of... This ain't it, bro. This ain't it. In at number 5, Mr. Conspiracy. If there's one thing that Trump loves, it's keeping the American public divisive and fighting as they sit in the greatest economic crash of all time. Over 40 million Americans are unemployed and people are dying for a number of reasons. But if he can stir up some conspiracies from a tweet that he sent from his bunker, you won't have the capacity to focus on what he's actually been doing. He claimed that the media was only showing a bright side to looters, but that is just straight up false. Not one person thinks that the looters are part of the peaceful protesting. But by mixing those two together, he feels that it's valid to send in the National Guard. Or even worse, dispersing his own Secret Service to attack peaceful protesters because he wanted to go for a walk. Trump tweeted on June 3rd at 12:30 a.m. Very important. "So pathetic to watch the fake news lamestream media playing down the gravity and depravity of the radical left, looters, and thugs ripping up our liberal Democrat-run only cities. It is almost like they are all working together. Except for the fact that this is happening in all 50 states, sir." Ah, the commander in tweet. In at number 4, complete denial. Back in June of 2016, Trump had been labeled as a racist, which was a big talking point for a lot of his competition. because it's true. In order to take his competition down and muddy the water further, Trump said Mitt Romney had his chance to beat a failed president, but he choked like a dog. Now he calls me racist, but I am least racist person there is. By referring to a human being as a dog, you're not exactly convincing us that you're the least racist person ever. You know what I mean? In at number 3, global warming. In case you were not aware, Donald Trump is basically the authority on climate change, and he's arrived at the conclusion that it's fictional, simply because he doesn't agree with the media, so he must take the furthest side from what they're saying, again, to appease his own fan base. Trump, the science expert, said on Twitter back in 2014, windmills are the greatest threat in the US to both bald and golden eagles. Media claims fictional global warming is worse. I can guarantee you that he will swap his stance on climate change and global warming when Mar-a-Lago is underwater. Here's how blind he is too, and this actually affects Mar-a-Lago specifically, which is all the more baffling. Trump actually axed a rule that would help protect coastal properties from flooding. In June of 2017, he announced that it was in the country's best interest to withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord. In at number 2, child's play. Bob the Builder over here loves to tell everyone constantly how much he builds. He builds all the time. He builds the best stuff. He builds the best Lego structures of all time, better than you. Back in May of 2015, Trump attacked his competition, including the very party that he would join, by saying, I am the best builder. Just look at what I built. Hillary can't build. Republican candidates can't build. They don't have a clue. In reality, he doesn't build anything. He just simply slaps his name on it and claims that he built it. I mean, look at this Trump shirt, made in China. What a legendary builder. It doesn't matter that it's made in China and he has his logo on it. I mean, lots of companies do that. The point is that he's claiming that he is personally responsible for all of it, which he's not. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, never forget. Now, Donald Trump loves speaking in the third person. He loves it. But on more than one occasion, he actually tagged himself and then complimented himself as himself. On September 11th, 2013, Trump said, @RealDonaldTrump, I would like to extend my best wishes to all, even the haters and losers on this special date, September 11th. What in the what? Not only did he tweet that gem out, but he has also bragged that he's donated millions of dollars to charities that would assist the victims of 9/11, only to turn around and actually give nothing. With that, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled Top 10 Scary Clown Movies, because it feels like we're living in one. MW says, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, hilarious movie. Absolutely hilarious movie. I can't imagine people getting scared with this one. Blows my mind. But hey, those were the times. Jellybaby 1984 says, OMG, I am so happy Killer Clowns from Outer Space is on here. Absolutely love that movie. It has the perfect mix of comedy and horror, and it is still one of my favorites to this day. As for It, I am happy you gave Tim Curry his props. Pretty sure he made us all a bit afraid of clowns for a while after that first one came out. Spot on with this one. I had to give big props to Tim Curry for making generations of people scared of clowns. Rightfully so, I might add. Hate clowns. Hate them. Matt and Megan says, Sunreal puts out some great music. Good to know that I'm not alone. Hey, I gotta rep my fellow Canadians anytime I can. I met him a long time ago back in Ottawa, and he was such a good dude. He sat down and spoke with me about life and my goals right before his own show. Solid dude. And great music. True Dad says, I want to watch this to support the channel and my bacon overlord, but clowns terrify me. Seriously, I'd rather French kiss a cobra than talk to or watch a clown in any way. Even Ronald McDonald creeps me out. But I'm still leaving a big thumbs up just for the crew and the hosts. I'm still dying at you saying you'd rather French kiss a cobra. That's an amazing comment. Hey, we love you, True Dad, and I appreciate you even staying in the comment section, even though you're terrified. Bravery. Bravery in the Bacon Kingdom. Crystal Seacrest says, Wrinkles the Clown just screams Florida man, especially when people started paying him to scare their kids. Only in Florida. 100% that would only happen in Florida. God, what a place. I'm happy it exists though. And that has been the top 10 savage Donald Trump tweets. Kinda. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to our editors for all of your hard work. If you enjoyed this video, then please show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to leave us your comments down below with your thoughts on today's list. I'd love to know them. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up. From Top 10 Beyond the Screen, my name is Johnny Rogers, saying until next time, stay classy. The commander in... Can I say that? The commander in tweet. Just in case.